Welcome back, everyone. Getting ready to hop into map number 2. Again, it's been harped on quite a bit. It is going to be Cobble, a map that Selfless generally bans out. Their #1 ban, but they seem to be playing it in every single series here at this event. What's going on?
All right, yeah, so let's harp on this one last time. So basically we saw Selfless not ban this map versus Tempo Storm just now in the last series, right? And obviously they lose because it's, well, #1 because it's Tempo Storm, right? I mean, Tempo Storm just far better than them.
That's fair.
But #2 because they're playing a map that they suck at and that they hate and that it's the other team's best map. And the reason that it's in the pool is because they didn't ban it. So this is another situation with a team that's not quite as good, but it's still their favorite map, and yet they leave it in. And now they have to play it because they didn't want to play Nuke, even though neither TSM or Tempo Storm were willing to play it either. But whatever. To each his own, except when you get 2-0 knocked out of the tournament.
True, this is a loser goes home best of 3, and in Selfless case, it's loser goes home on this map. Because if they go out, it's TSM taking the series 2-0, and we are about ready to hop into Cobble. It will be TSM starting on the CT side as well. Full Kevlar, Selfless on the other hand. We've got Nifty with some utility. Everyone else with the Kevlars. Decoys doesn't seem like they're actually going anywhere. And the OCD people having that mouse cursor on the screen. It's gone now.
AKA you.
AKA myself. We've got the smoke going down. Finesse behind the wooden panels trying to hold out. Somehow Semphis wins. Finesse is still alive. He will eventually go down, and it was Semphis from the balcony. That's where he got his first kill. They won't plant for him, so he can't deny that. It's a 4-on-4, and it's going to be a retake. No kits in the mix for TSM, but they're sick on the flank, and now Semphis attacking here from the hut. Doesn't work out.
I am the hut, says Semphis as he runs in.
Mitch hiding out behind that bomb spot. Uber giving some quick little peeks. Mitch also in there with 1 kill, but it was Twist to bring down Uber, and now Sick moving up to that broken wall at the A site. He's going to bring down Mitch, and it's Relics all on his own. He has had some nice individual plays, but 1-on-2, and Twist will take him out. Twist grabs 2, Sick grabs 2.
Important for that kill to come out right there, because who knows if the bomb is going to be able to be defused otherwise, especially if that 1v1 isn't won, but Sick and Twisted come through again. Nice. And put together a round for Solomid. And that's another pistol. And if we looked at the first map, trying to recall the pistols, we saw Selfless get eco'd after the second pistol.
Why recall when we have the technology? Both. Selfless won both pistols, but in the second half, yeah, TSM upset them.
Who needs technology when you eat goldfish?
That's true. Just eat those goldfish, get that memory. Install more RAM.
Install more RAM.
A lot of submachine guns right now for TSM going up against the essentially defenseless Selfless. And Semphis looking to get up here onto the plateau, maintain that control. Generally a very important part of the CT side and the B defense. If you can have a successful player in this position, really going to help you out.
Yeah, one of the reasons that this map is awful is just because it's not fun to play up here, but playing up here is so important and so critical for your defense as a CT. Whoa, got a couple of nice frags there from Twist. And he is ultimately traded out, which favors Selfless a little bit. I mean, they do get a kill, and it looks like
they want to boost back up, I guess?
Well, there might be a difference in opinion on what they should do at this moment, but it doesn't matter. The re-aggression at drop is real, and TSM seal it up with only losing a single member of their team.
That was a pretty cool retake on the drop. They threw a flash in through the window and a flash in through the door. So either way you're turning, you're going to be either turning away from one flash, looking into the other, and then they just all hit the room. It looked like some SWAT team.
One of those moments where you ask the other team why they're trying so hard.
Yeah, seriously, that definitely, like, nice tryhards.
Yeah.
But when you're playing for not only a shot at some cash, but a spot into the major offline qualifier. Should be wearing
no holds bars, yeah.
So Finesse playing over here at A along with Automatic for right now. 2 players over here. In B we will have Twists, Sick, and also Semphis. Semphis playing in backside with that op.
It's the sliver of an angle here. What is that from Automatic? He actually just falls off right away after spotting someone, so I don't know what. Maybe he just had the. It looked like it was a left click for sure. Not sure what his thought process was there, but just wanted to spot A and fall off.
And another smoke's going to go in so that TSM can maintain control of long A here, at least the very end of it. And mainline. Oh,
what
that
a
nade.
nade.
I guess, yeah, he was behind the wall. It only did 3 damage, but he pushes through, and at a spot that he Molotov'd out previously, FNS moved in after the flames went away. So he's in a fantastic spot. That'll be a 4-on-4. As Sick did go down elsewhere on the map. He was playing over near drop room, so he's been killed. And now Semphis from KFC trying to feast on some terrorists.
Whoa,
but he's rotating his position. He's run into his support. That's Twist. Twist has since gone down. Now Semphis blind and here hiding out behind the rock. Uber will move in with the Galil, and slightly questionable play, I think, from Semphis. Now it's going to be on to Automatic.
I'm going to have to...
Uber grabs a 4K.
I'm going to have to take a look at Semphis's itinerary after this match because I have no idea where he was going.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, he had basically the best spot on B. His teammates were the ones who got the kill over at the other side of the map, and he was opping, so he's kind of the last person to move, right? If you're the farthest away from the other side, you're also the last to rotate. And so I don't know what, and he just saw 2 people jump out of long B, so it's very confusing to me. Maybe he expected it to be Molotov, but I'm not sure.
And Finesse, that's not really the gun to do it with. He's hoping they're close maybe. Spots one far away, and with the CZ, Finesse will turn around. Meanwhile, Selfless have already gone up all the way CT slope. Mainline expecting someone to be below the porch. He's right. Now spotting one on the site. It's actually Semphis, who is still alive, but with only a USP. Look at Sick moving in, and now in the confusion, Semphis peeks out. Oh, maybe should have had 2, but Relics is able to spin around in time. There's Finesse, 2 bullets left. He better make them count. He's got Nifty down to 11. Oh my goodness. And he's taking away an op for his troubles. That's not too bad, actually, for TSM.
No, that's definitely a we take those moment, and he's going to run as fast as he can. And it looks like there's going to be no attempt to chase here from Selfless. I mean, they might have to run into an op. It's way too early in the plant, but yeah, just have to basically forfeit this. So pretty good kills here on the eco, getting 3 frags. Could have been a lot worse, however. So I guess Selfless just happy to come away with a round. Kind of a mute point, but for the team who wins the round, getting and losing a lot of players, having the bomb plant to supplement that on top of the round win is actually very nice. So, like, yeah, that you could win the round, but also getting the $800 on each player for having the bomb blow up is a big deal. Or even just putting it down, excuse me. You don't have to have it blow up.
Get a lot of money if it blows up. Because you win the round.
Because you win the round.
Yes.
Well, yep.
As the op is saved and Finesse had near $5,000, everyone else was a little bit poorer, but it's going to be a fairly healthy buy right now for TSM. And it's actually been Sick who's been passed over the op. I think just because he had the most forward spawn onto B, and he might get aggressive on to the platform. And he'll have to fight Relics. Relics also close by. Molotov to go down. Sick's going to jump up and hits him with the headshot. Shaving off that mustache of Relics, but here's Nifty out in middle. He's going to bring down Finesse. Automatic in danger, and also in danger. He'll have to back off. Automatic still moving out and does catch Mitch. That's the bomb in transition to the site. Automatic coming away with the 2. Sick 1 more, and actually a triple for him. So Sick kills 3. Automatic, he kills 2.
So I think the idea there from Selfless was to try to influence Solomid into having 4B for just a moment, and maybe expecting them to have 1 dedicated A, 1 at the door on a fast rotate, and abusing that Olaf smoke to pull the fast rotate just for a few seconds, right? That's all that Fake was trying to achieve. But Sick peeked out right into Relics, the 1 man at long B, and it was completely obvious what was going on there. So we saw Automatic and Finesse try to get into better positions at A, and one of them got punished, but ultimately the crossfire was really good from Solomid, and they sealed every other kill up with barely any difficulty.
And I will say, as we have a bit of downtime, if you actually check out the player on MLG.tv, we do have a chicken death counter as one of the live stats. So we'll take a look at that. That's really the most important stat, I think. I just heard 1 die. As Mitch is going to jump flying out of the window, gets the entry kill onto Finesse, and also will scoop up the M4. And he goes for it because he has armor. Maybe if he can give it over to Uber, that'd be a little bit more efficient since he's got the HP and Kevlar as well. It will be TSM looking to retake here. Twist already at the door. No utility whatsoever for Selfless. So it's going to be hard to hold on. Sick will start things off. Twist as well. Automatic on the flank falls to Nifty. Mitch moving forward. Looking for a cheeky frag, but coming away with absolutely nothing. Uber gets 1 as Sick flies over, but it's Twist answering back, and now Nifty left in a 1 versus 2 on the CT slope. Twist, oh my goodness, pulling out the flick shots 3K for Twists.
Wow. Yeah, just spinning around, getting a couple of quick headshots. And he has been so good on the retake frags as well. It's a weird thing to say, but just spectating him over the last couple of days, I noticed that one of the things he was really good at was getting kills when re-aggressing onto a site that he had lost. And that is a very important stat because retake frags are a lot more difficult. They're akin to kind of T-side frags in general as entering a site. So when you're put in that position as a CT, yeah, maybe you're expected to get more kills if they come to your site. But if they come to the other site and you still get them, that's pretty big.
Up on Nifty right now. And on Selfless, and Nifty is just waiting for this, either to hop up broken or for the boost to come on the backside of the platform. But it's not happening. Selfless playing once again in everyone's favorite spot, chicken coop. Twists. About to get smoked off, playing in the antechamber here to drop. Flash to delay them, hasn't really heard anything, and with the flames may have been hard to hear if anyone dropped. Nifty still working his way out. Molotov goes up to slow them down. That's from TSM. Now a nade over. That's going to land straight on to Nifty. Quite a bit of damage taken there. And now Sick is trying to work himself up onto the platform, and ooh, may have been spotted there by Nifty. Yes, he has. Nifty crouching and taking over the angle.
Uh-oh, that's a bad smoke. I think he has to be a little bit more worried about. Oh, he's burning. He has 16 health, and he actually gets away, though.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about this position, right? It's not fun. If you're spotted, even if you're not, all you have to do is molly that back of the box, just as a precaution. And whoever's there will take damage. Yeah, they might be able to live, but having long B control is so important, and there's just not many ways to play it well or easily.
That's one more Molotov that's gone out. That's all the utility of Selfless. So now they're trying to storm, and they're just going to have to go in without any help, and it doesn't seem to matter. Mitch has found 2, mainline with 1, and it's just 2 players now, Automatic and Finesse. The players over at A saying, you know what, we don't really want any of that.
For Tempo Storm on Cobble, when they were playing B, they had bolts just boost up late, just like we saw Sick do in the same fashion at the same time, except he was able to get the kill almost every single time. Now, Sick has done a good job there, but on that round, the ability to neutralize him by pushing him off or shying him away because he took so much damage from that Molotov was all they really needed to do to be able to hit B effectively. After that, it seems like Solomid kind of react by rotating out of the site as opposed to into the site. Like, we see players running away like someone went in to try to regain control of drop because that's kind of a liability if players want to split from it. But the actual defenses within the site become a lot less fortified, and I think that there needed to be a little bit better of a rotate there because Automatic and Finesse were two players dedicated to A that managed to come away with their lives. And in reality, the 2 players at B should be dedicated to watching long B, and then 1 rotate from A should be the one taking over drop. That's the easiest, most simplified rotate that you don't even really have to calm.
Automatic waiting for an aggressive push to come from Selfless. He's hiding out in mid-room. Meanwhile, a lot of action already going on at B. Mainline, well, that's actually middle. Mainline standing in smoke and spraying out. Here's Uber opening off the platform, finds 1. And Selfless there with the CZ will reload. Going to want to have all the bullets he possibly can. And here you go, Selfless again pushing through smokes. That's 1 flash out, 2 flash out. Now he's going through. It seems like a Dr. Seuss book. 1 flash, 2 flash, and no kills. That doesn't rhyme, but there's relics. Brought down Selfless. We've got a 5-on-3. Finesse moving up. Uber with the response there. And Twists and Automatic once again, 2v4. Not a good situation. Mainline is watching that flank as well. But he's been dinked up. He's down to 11 HP right now. Automatic going to push through the fire and get the kill. Now, teammate in drop, so he should know the coast is clear.
I mean, just recycle these, I think. It's just, yeah. B site. I mean, they don't know how low Uber was or how close Finesse was to actually getting that frag, but he's only on 5 HP. They don't know that, and we'll have to leave. I think it was just a weird decision to buy from Solomid, who, like, they had no utility to dump on the long B hit, and Selfless decided to hit it fast, so it was basically the perfect strategy for Selfless to take part in. So good read from them, I guess. Maybe they knew that Solomid were going to try to put whatever they could together after losing that round, as they do make really sketchy decisions to buy consistently, and do not, for the amount of money they spend, come out with results that justify them. And that's basically the point that we've been trying to hammer out throughout the day, right?
TSM needs some extra help with those Google Analytics. They shouldn't be making bad buying
Fire
decisions.
emoji.
Oh, is that oh, Nifty. Thought you were going for the chicken. Nah, he wants to get out there in time. spot anyone getting onto the platform. And you can see TSM with the 2 guns. They're just going to use the buddy system. Every single one of them stacked up over here onto the B site. 2 in drop and 1 in the side room. Yeah, Twist is in a great spot. If he goes unnoticed, he can make the difference.
Again, just a good decision out of spawn from Selfless off of not so much info to pick the right site. Opportune time to hit A when Solomid have not only a stack towards B on an eco, but a couple of guns here that could have definitely secured frags. And it looks like they've just cleared out A in the bomb. Nifty is
yeah, Nifty's like,
he
hey,
turned around.
I have the bomb. What am I doing?
I have the op. I have the bomb. I'm by myself. I'm going to the other side.
And if you don't play Counter-Strike, those are all things you want to avoid doing. And now Nifty's going to go back over to B. The bomb is actually going that way, but here we see this, the strat that's, I guess, Luminosity kind of gets the credit.
Oh my gosh.
Moving up A and splitting here onto the stack right now. Man on the tree, that's automatic. He's going to go down, finesse at the window. He's done actually a lot of damage, but Relics will deal with it. And now Sick just looking for the first frag of the round for TSM. He does get it. Uber actually killing mainline, so they've done 2. And Semphis to bring down Uber, so it's become very expensive now for Selfless. And Semphis, no armor, but maybe still a chance here. He's going to work himself in, expecting one to be in the chicken coop. Let's see if he goes for the spam. And he's going to try to jiggle peek, but goes a little too far. Nifty will not miss the shot, and Selfless. It's a rough round, but it is a team ace.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision. They decided to go B through a split. And again, they didn't have the info that A wasn't secure, but they didn't meet any challengers as they were running up through, what was that, a connector? It was like a drop A ramp split through 2B.
Yeah.
So they were kind of just doing that to try to sell some sort of. It wasn't a fake though. It was just like a split, and I mean, they're technically exposing themselves to both sites on their way, like to try to avoid this eco, and they're doing it by splitting. And like because all the players were at B, that's kind of where they wanted to actually find them. But like, let's say there's a 5-player stack at A, does that leave the other ones, the 2 players who are trying to perform the split in a bad spot? I'm sorry, it's hard to say.
We'll see what Semphis can do. It's going to be a big moment for him, or is it for Relics? He goes down. Semphis, nothing. Doesn't even get to shoot a bullet on the round, and now it's Sick. A lot of weight on his shoulders, hiding around the site. He's actually moved over to Rectangle. Twists, posted up here at the rock, but all the smoke is still down, and there's Uber with a nice shot over the site. Making it a 4-on-3, and Selfless so far on this T side actually looking quite dangerous in these last couple rounds. This will mark 4 in a row for them. Then a nice boost up onto the tree, so it gets some comms coming out here. Uber going up top, and it's Sick, who, they know he's underneath. He'll be cleaned up. Mitch will take care of that.
This has been a good couple of rounds here for Selfless. Their B take is starting to work out really well. And once again, I don't know why we didn't see anyone trying to challenge up close at long B. Instead, they were kind of letting them have the platform and then getting out into the site. Severe lack of counter nades and also presence of players to take like frontal contact, right? They want to have someone like Broken Wall or Boosted Up to act as a martyr for the rest of the round, for the rest of your teammates, who is either supposed to get info, do a lot of damage, be preventative towards the execute by being close enough to throw nades that pop off really soon, or simply just trade out and make it a little bit more difficult to hold for the retake. Instead, long B plat control is just given up, and Solomid are relying on shooting through smokes to get kills.
But it's quite the entry there from Mainline, who flies through the smoke with the flash going in first. He brings down FNS, and now it's automatic. No one has actually come up long A, so Selfless have to make a point to clear it. Mainline tries, he falls. Nifty, all right, it's actually Uber who will get the kill. Twist, the Molotov wasn't quite effective, so he peeks out. Quick shot onto Uber, but then Mitch bringing him down, and Selfless maintaining the man advantage and planting here. They've got a 3-on-2. Sick coming from middle with a FAMAS. Nifty ready for it, and wow, it was right up into the angle, likely already scoped.
Another really bad decision to buy. Like they had low guns. One of them only had a CZ, and they put together I don't know why they never save, like, ever, it seems. I don't know if I've ever seen a team buy so much on CT side when their money's like always relatively low. I mean, I can understand not having or not wanting enough so that you can have the Molotov option or the incendiary option, right? You don't want that. Okay, well, we're not going to save so we can have enough money for incendiaries. Okay, even though incendiaries are very good, I can understand, not trying to save for an op. That's okay too. Maybe you want to have a 5 rifle setup, But then to have like a player on a CZ and like a player with a FAMAS when they don't need to, when you just need one more round, and those players can spend a little bit of money if they have it the round previous, why? Why go all in?
I think they're at the tables trying to go all in.
Yeah.
Pushing the chips forward and, well, losing. TSM again, pistols and armor coming out. Bit of an expensive buy, although max loss bonus and they're maintaining like the mid $2,000. So they will be fine for round 13. So we will call this an eco by my standards at least. Selfless playing out with the Deagle kind of below the B platform. Twist on the site. And it's okay. I thought Selfless got that. Selfless was spotted jumping, but Twist gets the one dig. Nifty will shoot him in the side through the statue, and now it's Selfless's turn. He goes down. Relics takes him out pretty quickly. Actually finding 3 very, very fast. And Finesse. I think he maybe just spotted Uber, and apparently not. And he's thinking about going for the money here. Oh, that's very, very awkward. We've seen a few awkward knife situations at this tournament in particular where someone just happens to turn around. And, well, there you go. He's got an AK for his troubles. Let's see if he can get out of here.
Yeah, it was quite close. Fortunate to get the frag, and does come up with an AK to accompany his armor. Nicely done, but again, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just it seems like such a basic thing where once in a while you want to throw in a risk here and there, throw your team off guard. Remember there was whoever was talking about Orbit and how it's hard to tell whenever they're going to force buy. I mean, you could say they have bad economic decisions as well sometimes, right? Orbit, for those of you who don't know, are like the former E-Frag, really renowned for having awful CT sides.
Yes.
And good T sides, and maybe that's because like you don't need a lot of money to win on T side, and they were able to make that their utility go far. But on CT would always fail and did like perform force ups. And I guess it's not that they perform force ups like randomly and like pick their battles. They really just forced up a lot. Like you wouldn't expect
almost
them
every single time.
Basically, yeah. And you know,
It was
it's
more
got to be a
surprising
huge
when
reason.
they didn't.
It's got to be a huge reason why they aren't able to win rounds. So they don't give themselves a chance.
Yeah, that is a point that got harped on more so than Selfless playing on Cobble. At the European Minor, the Orbit and their force buys. But into another rifle here on round 13. We've got Sick with the op on the statue. Selfless opping as well, but he's taken his talents over to long A, actually. So a bit of a change in position. Selfless wasn't having much luck on the B site, so they've tried to mix it up. That's what it appears to be. As Relic. Relic's how many times has he walked that pathway on Rectangle to kill the site opper? That was happening to Selfless, it's happening to Sick. Relic's with the 3K in this round. And Selfless. Nothing to do here. Nice little shot onto Relics, but that's all it is.
Okay, so for those of you who are wondering why this B take is working over and over again, it's because TSM are not dealing with the path run up in the last couple of rounds where Relics was able to run through, as Joey just mentioned, and that's because Selfless are throwing the smoke that lands in drop, and that allows the player who jumps out a broken wall to run down the path and then kill the guy who's playing at statue watching long B every single round, right? He just runs up, shoots this guy on the side, turns around, gets the rotator who doesn't expect someone to be in the site, and then this guy broken wall is completely useless, and Relics gets the 3K. He has a perfect angle on each of those in sequence, and it's all because no one's watching path. But the thing is that it's forgivable at once, right? But when Selfless are performing it round after round, it's like Solomid should be able to anticipate this, or at least have an eye there. Someone at Rock is the perfect counter to this, where he just peeks out a little late after he expects him to come out. And I wonder if they're going to try this again. Relics is really close here to the broken wall. Oh, but there he just goes down, yeah.
Yeah, Sick will take him there right from underneath, and now Selfless moves up onto the platform with the op, and now he's dealing with some Molotovs. Does actually find out a hiding spot, and the boosts are coming out on the A site. Oh my goodness, Finesse not expecting the challenge from that angle. Now Automatic's position given up because he goes for the trade kill, so Mitch finds him, and we've got a 3-on-3 mainline lurking about there in the connector. He's one and done as well, so we maintain a 2-on-2. Mitch very, very low. CT's getting through that door quick on the retake, and Mitch has gone down. It's all up to Nifty with the op, 1 versus 2. And, yeah, Selfless just going up quick. Nifty looking the wrong way. Sick finds 3.
Oh, man, it's hard for me because I actually liked how Selfless decided to run that round where they had Relics kind of try to do the same thing. And I think they realized that he could stay alive for quite a bit because it's a bit of an oversight from Solomid, who haven't had presence of mind to adapt to the strat that Selfless have been trying to use over and over again, and to turn it into what's kind of like a fake with an A split. And it turned out, it looked really, really nice as it was playing out. They even were able to deal with both players at A, getting only 1 kill, I think it was Automatic and Finesse, and they were both set up in spots that are like very dedicated. So it played out pretty well. It comes down to the retake of the 2v2 where Sick is able to get that first frag by being very decisive, moving in quickly.
Lots of utility from both teams here as they vie for control of that B platform. And we've got Mitch and a main line holding that A push. Everyone else for Selfless and Nifty included with that op at B. He gets the kill onto Semphis. And that's one of the double ops here from Solomid taken down, so now just automatic with it. So Nifty's done well, nearly connecting onto Sick. Nearly connecting onto Sick again. He actually did take some damage from that, I think.
It's actually like some really good decisions out of spawn from Selfless. Like they're getting the opening kills, they're able to run the correct strategies, and they aren't even just kind of running the gamut over and over again. They even have some caveats to their strats that make a lot of sense. It's funny because their adjustments end up failing, and maybe what worked before could have worked again. But I really appreciate how they're approaching this half so far. It seems like they're doing a lot of things right.
This smoke seems like it's being overly lined up, and I wonder if there's more of a reason for that. Just going to drop out of it very, very quickly, and it's Sick. Oh, he does find one, but 3 people peeking at the same exact time. Impossible scenario for him as Mitch and Nifty also lighting up that kill feed. Automatic left in a 1 versus 4. Nice shot onto Mitch, actually gets him through the cobblestones. Goes to peak rectangle, but a smoke is there now, just dissipating. Might be able to catch someone off guard. Just missing a player at KFC. Oh, doesn't bring him down, but does connect with the shot onto Nifty. Automatic repositioning here, just missing the flick on to mainline on the site, but he will fall. And it's Selfless, whose T side is actually looking quite good. Selfless, or TSM rather, with some questionable CT defenses on the B site.
Yeah, some of the rounds that I think Selfless should have won, they didn't, but a lot of the runs they did, and they come away with 10. And honestly, they played really well at fragging-wise, but also decision-making in terms of what sites to go to and how to approach them. It seems like they had multiple B takes, a couple of A splits, a B split through A, and are seemingly more prepared than I thought they would be on Cobble. So I mean, if this is really the map that they hate so much, I wouldn't expect them to have been so prepared to play it.
Have played it. This is like their 3rd time now.
They're forced to learn it.
It's actually their most played map probably at this tournament. So they're putting some work into it live. They're doing, you know what? F it. They're doing it live. That's basically what's going on here.
Right.
And to put the half with even more context, it's 10-5. You're like, all right, that's somewhat close. It's T side. It's Cobble. But TSM, they got the pistol.
Selfless were like.
And they only got 5 rounds.
When we started on a Cobble, we're at the bottom of the totem, and now we're on the top, and everybody on the scrotum.
That is probably what they're saying. They were listening actually to some hype up music before their match earlier, which didn't really work out because now they're here facing TSM, but with a pretty good position moving into half number 2 to take it over to map 3. As Automatic and Sick getting some nice kills here. And there's Sick with the double. That's back on round 5. That's when Selfless was still losing. And at this point, round 10, this is going to be the 4th round in a row that they win. They go on to win 3 more after this. And we see this B execute. What do you notice here? That's what Relic's working around again on rectangle. Kills Semphis for free. And then everyone else, they know that the site's cleared.
What was really ugly was how Solomid just, as soon as the smokes come down, would just like start running through. Like, oh, we got to retake this right now before everyone gets settled. And it looked really ugly. And what they wanted to do because of that strategy, or what that tells me, and this is a super nice 3K from Relics, but what that tells me is that they just wanted to play more people dedicated to the back of the site in the first place, right before the round begins, or before the execute comes out. And maybe didn't trust themselves to read, or maybe it was Selfless to veil their executes better than it was, because it's so easy for us to see exactly who knows what, or it's so hard for us to see who knows what. Maybe they were able to veil their executes well enough that Solomid just had no idea what site they were going to go to. But all in all, it looked like Solomid played very poorly on CT side, and that Selfless actually played really well, not to take away from it.
TSM going very, very fast. 4 armors, just finesse with that utility. And already onto CT slope. USP starting to lose his advantage with every step that these terrorists take forward onto the site. Mainline with his P2K, gonna go down actually through the board. Semphis grabs that kill. It is Nifty to get the first of the round. He's brought down Twists. 4-on-4 in the bomb now just getting onto the site. Nifty left it long A. That went uncleared. Relic's coming through, won't check his corner, so he's gonna go down. Nifty, meanwhile, did get 1, but is taken down. It's Uber from the double doors and Mitch now attacking from a balcony, both of them together, and they will be hopping off. What a shot from Mitch. Now it's just onto Sick running around the van, and they're just going to move in together. Actually, they do split up, but it doesn't matter. Mitch finds 2. Nifty prior to that 2 as well.
Wow, that was filthy from Mitch. Wow, that first shot was unreal. If he stays alive, Stick is able to double peek off of that frag, but he hits the first bullet. No problem. Clean headshot and Selfless. Taking 11th round now. Again, map picks have meant absolutely nothing in this tournament.
Why? Yeah.
Series after
series. Might as well
series.
random all the remaps at this point.
So another situation where you wonder what the team who picked it is thinking or what they're doing wrong. The weirdest part is how unprepared they looked or how unready for a team that they play so often are. And it seems obviously you move into this round and Solomid have decided to buy. I like how they bought here. They got the AK on 6.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like I'm imagining Semphis bought him the AK and Sick probably dropped the Deagle. Everyone else going for the pistol and the armor. Uber going to drop a quick smoke, throwing it that way so it just blooms faster. Automatic waiting up a drop with the CZ, not doing much for now. He's actually just going to be the lurk here. Sick has already found the opener and 4 players, bomb included. That's TSM getting into this A site. Uber and Nifty are ready. They're going to try to hold on, but already kind of a dangerous position for the CTs. Not too much utility, though, for TSM. Nifty. As they move their way forward. Nifty in the key position right now with that awesome-looking M4A1S. He brings down FNS. He finds twists as well. Then 2 people peeking him at once. Semphis gets a kill, but Uber long range, spraying with the MP9.
Why? Sick and Automatic both have full nades. They could have been supporting their teammates across the site so much better than they did. And the open plant, because Sick assumes someone's going to run up broken behind him. Ends up dying, and that's... They could have smoked heaven. Like, Sick could have smoked heaven. They could have had a resmoke on door. They could have all aggressed onto the site. The 2 guns could have been the first ones to go up.
Went to plant in that.
Yeah, exactly. There was so many more ways they could have approached that, considering the utility that they spent, and maybe it was a little bit of tunnel vision from either player, but I wouldn't expect that from Automatic, at the very least. Someone who I know is a little bit more cerebral.
Yeah, and I think it was James saying that Selfless needed to just turn their brains off. Seems like TSM might have taken that advice on accident. This time they will just have pistols. Relics nearly getting caught with an nade, and now Mitch on the site going to be locking it down, finds 2, making a triple spray down. Nifty getting in there as well with the MP9. $600 for him, and Finesse with the Glock. Can get nothing done. Mitch with 3, Nifty with 2.
Yeah, TSM, after losing the force up in dramatic fashion, now have to go into a buy. Have just over 4K, which means AK armor and a couple of nades. Automatic deciding how he's going to spend his money. And working back from a 5-13 deficit. T-side, the advantages aren't strong enough here. This is going to be way too difficult, I feel like, to come back from.
Uber with the precautionary incendiary. And Nifty going to take the boost up, the elevator. Cue the music up onto that B plateau. Sick holding back here. If Nifty posts up on the angle, Sick is actually pinned. And we can see TSM do not have a lot of utility. Mainline makes contact, immediately drops the smoke and falls back.
Oh, so that was the smoke that Tim was going to throw, I think, when he was up against that wall. That makes a little bit of sense. I wonder if it wouldn't act as a one-way, but just a consistent way to throw it, I suppose, while also spotting.
Now Nifty, he's actually in a position where he's the one kind of peeking into this. He was forced off the angle, now able to retake it. And, oh.
Ooh. I mean, he can still fight if he wants to. He's the first person to peek.
Who put that cobblestone there? That's what Nifty's asking right now. Does have a good angle. Flashes are not going over whatsoever, but Nifty is leaving this position. May get shot in the back. Uber standing up and getting 2 frags. Mitch with the 1. That's all over at B right now. Mainline making his rotation over, and we've just got Automatic. Does find 2 kills for himself, but once again, it's Mitch finding 2 frags and Uber with the triple.
Selfless getting excited for good reason. They're so close to actually winning such dominant fashion. Running away with the second half. Not getting ecoed, winning the first rifle. Solomid are deciding that they don't have enough rounds here to justify saving one more time just to fight back from match point. Would have been 10. And here is Uber in drop. Get that first kill
those 2
and lock it down with a second. And that's the split.
All right, Right, Twist's going to be just going right through the fire here with that CZ, making contact with mainline, as well as Uber. Uber from the connector doors made his rotation over quickly. Finesse has gotten up past the tree and does get a frag now. Semfless and Automatic making this one interesting. It's Selfless who are a man down. And rifles have gone to the hand of TSM. Sick winning that battle, and now it all falls onto Nifty. And that smoke's dissipated. Almost a chance to take the shot onto Semfless. He's not going to double back. Flash goes, and that flash was...
We hit him.
Quite ineffective. Yeah, Nifty lands a shot, but now is just going to be forced to bow out of the round.
He's playing a little bit close, putting himself in danger, and they have rounds to work with. It's Solomid who have to work back, build the economy. But going round by round, keeping them away from match point off of that awful buy is great for them. I mean, it's just basically off an A hit, working off the confusion, moving quickly. It's something that I'd actually like to see from Solomid, to keep trying to try to just put, like, players like Sick and Twist, like, they want to move fast, you know? It's kind of like the older you get in real life, you move slower. The older you get in CS, I think you also...
Move slower.
Yeah, you also move slower. Obviously, it requires you to be dynamic, but in general, I think Sick and Twist are would just feel fine jumping into 50 angles and then hitting some crazy flick shot, right? That's probably where they feel the most comfortable. Instead of taking things too slow and too methodically. They do take up 2/5 of this team. That's huge.
So keeping Selfless off of match point. Got TSM going for all AKs, a little bit more utility this time. A lot of that going to be on Sick. Twists, of course, not as much. He likes to just find those kills. Relic's playing inside of drop. Sick has worked his way off onto the B platform. We've got Relics and Mitch locking that down. Mitch is the one on the site this time, not having spotted anything yet. And it's a mainline and Nifty who have a nice little aggressive push up in the danger and have a little crossfire watching each other's backs. And in a position where if they want to, they could push forward pretty quickly. Get on that flank. As Mitch going to go up to a powerful position here behind the tree. Let's see if a Molotov comes out for it.
Actually, the perfect moment to just try to take something. Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, they don't have drop covered at all. So
hey.
Twist, he does not notice Mitch up on the tree, hiding out. And Relics is able to trade on FNS, so Selfless 4-on-3, but Automatic coming in to even things out. Uber waiting for them on the cross. Nice shot onto Sick, and he can use his position here at Rock. Oh, can't get any more. Maybe should have just taken that one angle to the player coming out of drop, and Semfless coming away with a nice double kill. He'll plant the bomb. He's gone down immediately afterwards. That's mainline here on the B platform. 1 versus 1 now. Automatic.
Oh, Automatic thinks he has.
Sneaking around.
Wow, nice kill. Jeez. I think Automatic thought that he got away without being spotted. Mainline followed him across rectangle, but good movement by him and to secure that 1v1. Very important. Couldn't see that player on tree. That was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty great. And yeah, I was going to say, I hope we get to see Semfless' kills again. It was a great effort from him. Gets the one, and you just know the angle, right? Someone's trying to get through that door. He lines up that shot onto Nifty, plants the bomb, but as we see, mainline was peeking out, puts him down almost immediately, thus winning the 1 versus 2.
Yeah, that's just timing straight. Like, mainline was on the perfect flank. His teammates just barely didn't give him enough time, but was so close to just ending it right there.
As Semfless, first op kill of the round, that's going to go on to a Relics, Selfless. Just on pistols right now. As Automatic hitting that nice shot in the last round to seal it up. Sick. This is quite the spray down. Thankfully, Semfless is there, and well, when your sprays are bad, you run out of ammo, so you pull out your Glock. That's what Sick has done. He's got the kill onto Uber. Mitch going through the window. Finesse there to greet him, and Nifty just hoping for a kill, really.
Hey, didn't Selfless beat Winout yesterday? Yeah, they beat Winout yesterday on Cobble, right?
Yeah, they actually made the comeback and ended up winning
off their T side, 16-14.
16-14, yes. So like I said, they've kind of had to mix the results on Cobble. It's a map they don't play, but they've been doing all right on it.
They've definitely put work in. Like they've definitely put work on their T side at least. I mean, from what I just saw in that first half. Again, this is, you do have to play both halves at some point. So far, I've had a good showing. Off the back of winning both pistols, I want to say.
Selfless also only managed to put up 5 rounds against Tempo Storm here, also at this event. But then again, that's Tempo Storm on Cobblestone. They beat the other Brazilian team, though, 16-14, and looking like they will take this map over TSM.
Potentially. Every round is worth 2 as a TSM. I mean, barring any strange economic decisions from Selfless. They do want to take losses in stride right now because they have so many opportunities to win. But they've got half the rounds left in the comeback in rifles. So, and Solomid win this round potentially. We'll bring it to 10 for free. And then 12, and then 14.
And then another one.
Another one.
Look at the stack up here on the wood boxes. The flash, though, going to make them both somewhat ineffective, and dropping down with just 6 HP. That's Relics. He's had to pull back, Mitch included. He's gone over to KFC. And Finesse going to throw that smoke so that they can work off onto the B platform. Molotov went back there as well, trying to clear things out. The flash will delay things, and Uber still lurking around here underneath the wall. 6 going to flash that. Try to push out to rectangle, I would imagine. You see Uber just playing kind of anti-flash, hiding out there in the corner. 6 worked his way past, and Uber almost squandered that opportunity, but does come up with the kill. Meanwhile, Twist and Finesse grabbing a kill onto both Mainline and Relics, and that's just opening up. A Twist kill, at least, opening up that A site, and now Nifty going to miss a shot and then just run straight into the fire and die.
Oh no, that was a really important kill. It could have stopped the bomb from crossing. Though, I mean, no one was there to actually support or add to it. FNS look for a Galil frag. Wants another, but no, Mitch answers back. And Solomid actually pick up a round. I was kind of worried, you know, they had Sick on the lurk coming out long B. And that's a position where you don't give him a chance to get a kill, right? He gets shot in the back off of trying to create some confusion. Like, Automatic's the player that you want to do that. He moves just a much slower by himself and will probably take a little bit more time to scout things out. Sick's the guy you want in front with the pack. You know, he wants to be where the action's at. That's the kind of player that loves to be in front, loves to open up the round, loves to move quickly, doesn't like holding shift. That takes too long. That's boring. That's yawn. That's Resident Sleeper.
I use control to walk.
Oh.
The person that introduced me to CS had those bindings, so there you go. All pistols now for Selfless as the comeback becomes a reality for TSM once they get over to those 10 rounds. And it was TSM who won Train, the pick of Selfless. Selfless were looking to win Cobble, the pick of TSM. Doesn't matter here at the MLG Minor Americas.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a full save. Here's actually a situation. I think if we press tab, we'll see that Selfless, Selfless could have, off of this loss bonus, they're going to have like above 5K each person. Oh, they haven't got their full loss yet. Okay. So they could spend a little bit of money here, and they have done that by upgrading their pistols, but could have also got like a smoke or a flash, depending on how they wanted to use it, and then still go into next round with a bide. So that's the one thing that they'll have going for them as TSM potentially perform the comeback.
And TSM, meanwhile, really starting to build up that bank. Almost too big to fail at this point. Mitch with the P250, slightly blind, but does come away with the P250 headshot onto automatic. Players on the site, a little bit of confusion now. Mitch able to peek out and get another reloading. He's going to be brought down by Twists. That's a 3-on-3 now. Mainline on the flank, and with his P250, he also puts bullets to faces. Nifty actually grabbing both of those. Mainline, the supporting figure, and we've got Sick with the bomb. And only, if it wasn't for the clock, this is pretty winnable, but now just about 15 seconds.
Oh, he's straying too far away from
versus 3, and he's getting far away from the site.
He doesn't have enough time to win this round. Oh my gosh, and he actually just dies. That is awful. Oh my gosh. The full eco from Selfless didn't even spend money on those nades, half armor, or nothing like that. Just hit all their P250 frags and had unanswered. There were just no refrags from Solomid. What more is there to say?
Good luck, analysts.
Good luck, analysts, yeah. Checkmate, analysts.
Yeah. So 15-9 now. TSM, though, as I mentioned, had a lot of money, so it'll be a proper rifle round for them, and still a chance to actually disrupt the economy a bit for Selfless. But Nifty finding the first shot of the round here with his op. Sick off of the platform is just, it's not quite there. He's not in the shots. Mitch, oh no, Sick goes down to the flames. It's Relics. Turns on the blowtorch, takes him out. Now 4-on-3, advantage for Selfless as they look to close out Cobble. Finesse, he's definitely been heard. We did have a player boosted up. That's going to be Uber starting to work out now. Oh, this could come down to timing. Will spot and FNS jumping. Finesse able to pull out his AK in time and still staying alive, and that's the smart play. Just going to pull back, get out of there, and play 4-on-3. Molotov on a main line's position. He just spotted. That's got to be a case of 4-3. There was someone just standing right in the open. Mainline didn't see him, and now he will get one in the sight through the telephone pole with the Glock. That'll be Semphis getting that kill. I'd really like to take another look at Mainline's perspective there as he was looking over the A bomb site, as Relics now moving up 1 versus 2. A chance to close this out with a clutch. Oh, he sees that shadow. That's an easy kill. Easy pre-fire for Relics. Moving up now. That's a hard shot, and Finesse will win out. Semphis can't believe it.
Wow, and that's actually a reset for Solomid. So if they had an extra round to work with, it would have been beautiful. They just get to 14. Since it's match point, it's a little bit bittersweet. But here is a situation where Selfless didn't save much money last round. Have 5 grand on 2 players. We'll probably make the decision to buy here. Or actually, we'll just save. Okay, this works as well. Like you can save. It's
well,
just
they'll probably win now.
One of their players are going to be relatively low. Yeah, they don't have armor, so they have a really high chance of winning a round in this half.
Said no CSGO commentator ever. Until now. And there's Relics. He gets a bit aggressive. He'll go down. And TSM, they know they were spotted, so they'll just kind of slow it down, pull the audible. Maybe find another pick here as they are sticking around middle. Mainline playing on the opposite side of the fence here. Nifty back in the site, and you can see how separated the CTs are, just playing 2 on A, 2 on B. What can Nifty do? He only has that P250. Maybe just hopes this goes unchecked. As Mainline's been brought down, he was trying to work his way up into long A. Nifty will show himself, and Sick able to see again. Took a couple shots, nearly went down, but gets his revenge onto Nifty, and now Mitch and Uber point left to pretty much do whatever they want. Best case they can hope for is get a kill, come away with a gun.
Yeah. I think even the players who had 5K didn't actually spend any money, which is kind of weird to me because like you get the buy, everyone buys at the same time, and or I guess they can maybe buy early, having those players drop. That could be the reason that they decided to have them save. But they could have had like a shotgun or something like a UMP, for example, very low cost, high reward gun that they could also recycle, get kills with, potentially help them win. Either way, always favored not buying anything at all over spending too much.
True.
There's one thing we've learned.
So to 11 rounds now, they trail by 4. Selfless, of course, just need 1 more. And looking at their money, everyone is, I mean, actually, Mainline and Mitch are still somewhat below $4,000.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
it's 2 players or 3 players that saved, and so like that's why it's like, why didn't the other ones even out? And now there's just some players with too much money who literally need to spend something this round. It doesn't really make sense for them not to. I guess they're actually deciding whether or not they should buy. Have they taken a tactical?
Yeah, they have taken a timeout.
Okay, so we've got 38, 39, 66, 62, and they're buying. Mitch has a Mag 7. Mitch has a Mag 7. We're going to have, there's potential for 2 ops if they wanted to do that. That would be maybe a nice change that they need, right? Just rely on those to get kills. Nifty was doing a pretty good job with his op at B, getting the opening frag. He did that on T side, however. And mainline is going to be a little bit low as well. I wonder what he's going to do, if it's going to be FAMAS, full nades, or what the strategy is here.
Yeah, 3,900 is not a lot. He'd have to even, no kit, no head armor, get the FAMAS, pull out the nades, or maybe go for the head armor and the kit, stick on the 5.7 in nades.
Yeah.
But you also already have a Mag 7 in play. And I imagine the Mag 7 will be over at, you would think B site. I mean, there's a chance maybe you put it at long A, but then if no one comes long A and you have to rotate to B, you're rendered pretty much useless.
There are actually quite a few options, aren't there?
Yeah.
Maybe that long A for that like one and done. There's that drop room where you have a good ability to trade from, and then you have long B plaid or just in the broken wall. That's a great area for a Mag 7. And they're still deciding whether like who is going to pick up what at this moment. Yeah, so mainline just goes for the FAMAS and nades. And we're just going to have a straight-up buy here. So we're 15-11 at this moment. Let's say Selfless lose this round, then we go 15. Well, we go 15-12, and then the 13th round, they're going to have to save, so they're going to have one more bye after this, actually. Cutting it close.
Yeah, they really are. They're going to have to find something here before TSM maybe takes us into overtime here on map number 2. Now, also, Nifty and Relics, who were the 2 players that had a lot of money, still have not bought yet. And I guess we can talk about Mainline a little bit. Mainline with only 8 kills here, 8 and 19.
Ooh.
So he is having a bit of a rough performance.
Call him out, Joey.
For Selfless, which may not matter if they win the map, because we do have some other players stepping up, mainly Uber and Mitch.
This is definitely the time where you find Mainline and pick his site, because he's just, if he's not fragging, like, yeah, pick on him. On CT side, you can do that.
And of course, the full buy for TSM, as we got 3 minutes remaining in the pause. They obviously took a little bit of time to figure out what they wanted to buy. Maybe some time to just clear their heads. And then now some time to talk about what sort of CT defense that they would like to set up. And to remind people, if we do to go to map 3, it will be overpass.
Honestly, I think TSM just need to take the Protoss approach to Cobble right now and just death ball. Keep everyone together. When I see them get thinned out, I get worried based on what we've seen. Yeah, probably just warp gates. Yeah. Anyways, they just need to send a bunch of players out all at once to bust out of a choke point. Like, what I'm saying is rush B, don't stop. Like,
I mean, it's Cobble. What else can you really be saying besides rush B, don't stop?
But what I'm actually saying is I think just rush either site. They had that first rush to kind of break them out of their spell of losing all these T rounds in a row, and that was just by busting out A with a force buy.
Automatic has a Mac 10? Yeah, he missed bot there. You guys aren't quite seeing that yet, but he had a Mac 10 in his hand for a second. He's gone out to the AK, op there on Semphis, op on Nifty as well. And some sacrifices have been made on Selfless. And like you said, only maybe 1 more rifle round or 2 more rifle rounds after this if Selfless drop this round. So a lot of importance here in round 27.
Twist just took the perfect nade, 50 HP.
They are boosted up, hoping that Selfless trying to do the same thing, going for the counter boost on the other side, but that's not going to happen. We just have Uber playing a drop by actually very passively. He's just playing outside of drop. Or do I know what the radar looks like? No, he is in there. Mitch at the broken wall, as you would expect, with that Mag 7, and Nifty playing on the site with the op. So if he's tested, it's going to be very important that he can hit those shots. We see a similar, we saw this from TSM as well. When they were on the CT side near the end of their half, going for these boosts over here at A. It's Relics and Mainline set up on CT slope.
Yeah, exact same positions, really. There it is, the congregation towards long B. One player just making sure that no one pushes, or try and catch someone pushing on the other side of the map. I think Twist being half HP is really relevant right now. 40 seconds remaining. Olaf smoke comes out. This is to bait resources.
Selfless don't really have many resources to bait. They're going to keep their guns out. Automatic brings down Relics. Mainline with the trade. That's over at A. Two people have gone down there.
The
Twist.
bomb.
It may not matter that they left the bomb behind. They're killing everybody, and Mainline's moving in with that FAMAS. They've got back to the bomb. 16 seconds to get it to the site. Mainline's been spotted here in drop. He's left with a 1 versus 2. 2 kills of his own already. He'll flash himself out, and it's not effective enough. Semphis not put off the angle and hitting the shot. Bomb would have gone down in time and does. So Finesse picking up some extra spending cash.
Look how close that was.
It was close.
Oh my gosh. They got to be very, like, you got to tighten up. Like, these are mistakes that are just mistakes that it has nothing to do with skill level, you know? It's not, you know, you're not here because the difference between you and another player is not the fact that you remember to bring a bomb. Like, that's just like baseline for anyone who wants to get in a server. But yeah, hitting B. I wonder why it is that they delayed so long in the first place. That was kind of interesting.
Automatic, and now Finesse coming away with the first kills. Nifty trying to challenge here. Looks like the CT's pushed out of middle, trying to get over into the Dragon Room. And Semphis will take out one with the nade. Automatic jumping forward and fragging Relics. That's Uber, who has also pushed and gone all the way to T-spawn. Gone to the other side of the map here.
But it looks like this game isn't over. Solo mid now. After winning that round, move into round number 29 with one last buy from Selfless, or one last decent buy. Again, lost bonus has come back. Selfless.
Okay buy into a force, guaranteed.
Imagine if Selfless hadn't won that full eco.
Did they get 2 of them? No, that was on.
In this half, they won the full eco.
Or was that on Train where they got 2 full ecos?
Potentially.
Yeah.
There's been so many.
Which just leads to
a flurry of
me
ecos.
Scratching my head over this entire best of 3. There's been a lot of force buys that have been successful, which is a little more understandable, but then also quite a few full ecos.
They going fast?
And it seems like Twist is going fast. Here he goes, flying out past that smoke. Kind of hesitant that someone's behind the box or perhaps going for the boost. Relics is able to post up on the angle without being challenged, and this could be the downfall. Oh, the flashes are going to go out. Everyone's so blind, though, and it's Relics who can see but not getting the kills. It's Mitch. They know where he is. As Relics was boosted, automatic going into drop, getting kills for free. Sick as well with the frag onto Mitch, and that's mainline now all alone and just forced to run away. And it's going to round 30. Selfless will not have a lot of money, a lot of stake in round 30.
Wow. Love the pacing on this round, and mainline is going to be hard-pressed to come away with this off. Would be a big... Oh, wow. He almost hit that shot, too. Maybe that keeps him alive. That would have been huge for the next round. Or maybe it wouldn't matter at all. We'll see. We'll see. Because now Solomid have all the money. It's going to be Selfless on a complete force-up. Solomid know exactly how much money they have. It's definite that Selfless bought down to 0 on the round previous and have just over, or just around 3,500 a person. Meaning they have only Falmuses to go up against. OT should be in the bag for Solomid.
Should.
But I'm not should.
I think the operative word right there.
Yes.
And Molotov will stop that boost completely. A little bit of early damage onto some of the Selfless members. Mainline's being challenged here with the FAMAS, he'll come up completely empty. Now Finesse jumping off. Everyone is kind of starting to rotate from the looks of it. Finesse moving forward. He's going to go down to Nifty and now Automatic on the platform. He's going to step up. He'll bring down Relics. And you've got 3 bruised and battered players on Selfless right now going up against 4 healthy ones on TSM. But Mitch with the positioning and with the Mag 7, he'll bring down Twists. And this round looks to be going down to the wire. Rotations coming over. And Solomid have not been able to cross into that A site yet. They're going to wait on Automatic.
Yeah, they've got lots of time. I mean, it might actually be Selfless to be a little bit worried about the fact that no one's moving up quite yet. But now the smokes come out, and that might feed into this belief.
It's quite an angle there for Selfless. Uber seems to be ready for the shenanigans.
Definitely. A couple of players are.
Oh, but Nifty's so low. No way he can win that. Uber still on the angle. Both of these guys at half HP, but Uber wins out. We've got a 2-on-2. Mitch still stuck on that Mag 7.
I actually am kind of surprised that he made the decision to. And they know Mitch is rotating, so Semphis has the ability to get a kill here. Well, he hits a shot. Yeah, he does. That's a critical one now. 2v1 in favor of Solomid, who are looking for OT in the second half of this match, going the full 30 rounds. Uber can't find the first shot, and Semphis gets his. We're going to OT after 10 match points. The only round that Selfless won once Solomid started their streak was a full eco, no armor.
Also known as a very unsustainable method of winning rounds in a half. Selfless also, of course. Well, no, they might have got the first rifle, right? They got the pistol here on the CT side, 1-4 in a row. Then get to match point with an eco. And then that was 6 in a row there from TSM, who were looking really good. Actually didn't have to go against 1 or 2 full-strength rifle buy-ups, but for the most part, just always kept breaking the economy. It's the nature of the CT side when you're trying to close out a map. Selfless feeling the full force of that.
Battered, broken, and bruised.
There you go.
So many. I mean, that's, and they even, again, it was the pistol round to allow them to get so close and not have to do so much for themselves on CT side in the first place. But what's funny is like the first round that that Solomid cut them off, round 5 in the second half, which was actually round, what in total?
It would be round 20.
Yeah, that's easy math.
I
didn't have to think about that one too hard.
Hey, I mean, why should we be able to add if, TSM can't figure out how much money they have on their CT sides when they go for these force-ups?
That was a force-up, though, from Solomid. They decided to buy early because they didn't want to get to match point, and then they won it. And here's just a crushing execute in the previous round. And Semphis they could have easily lost this game. Like, Semphis got both these off frags, and they were really important.
Yeah, that was an important one right there. As 92 ADR for Uber. So he came to play. He's got 26 kills as well. Mitch also with 23. So they're really stepping up on the Selfless side. A big part of them getting 15 rounds. And for TSM, we've once again got Sick, Automatic, and Semphis. The top 3 players in map 1 and continuing that here onto Cobble. So a sign of consistency perhaps for TSM.
A map of really good T-sides. kind of rough that Selfless have to continue into OT on CT side as well.
Yeah.
Probably not something that they're looking forward to.
Well, at least they'll have full utility and kits now. You can see they're already on the first round saving money by foregoing any head armor. But mid-room was not controlled. Mainline still in danger, so he can go on the flank, but Automatic is just waiting for this, and Mainline maybe at least just pop a flash. Instead, he goes down for free. Twist moving up underneath the balcony. He wins that battle onto Mitch. Shot in the back, but then the fire going to put Nifty in a tight spot. He'll be forced to go through the murder hole and into the hut there, and Semphis has eyes on that. One more smoke for Automatic. Will he throw it? The barrel's been spotted at this point, so he knows. And yeah, easy shot for Semphis. Nifty will even crouch so that Semphis can get the headshot. Now Relics and Uber, 2-on-3 retaking. Nice Molotov, pushing FNS around just a little bit. But he will get the shot. He doesn't like it. Doesn't like that fire. So he fights back, and now Relics, 1 versus 3. Already, you're an OT. Got to think about saving guns.
Yeah, I mean, it's only prudent, right? If you lose these a couple of rounds in a row, you don't have that much money left over. 10K to start and 3 rounds to win. He does go down, doesn't even get the save. And from that regard, he should have just gone for it, right? Because if he dies on the exit, which you can't plan for, you might as well have just tried to win the round, and it would have been a hard 1v3, but better than that. And if TSM win the second round in a row, we're going to see Selfless are going to have to make a very tough decision about how they're going to spend their money, and it's going to be interesting to watch what they do.
Yeah, generally don't have to worry about money in OT unless you lose 2 rounds in a row, and that goes for both sides, but of course it's going to be a little bit harder to deal with on the CT side as we've got Mitch posted up, and Relics trying to help out. Throwing in a nade, it's actually landed directly onto Semphis, 52 damage. And now jumping over, Mitch doesn't find that kill. Twist somehow able to come away with the frag. Flash up from Relics, that's delaying things a little bit. No one's, okay, yes, Twists has jumped off of the platform. Relics on the site, gonna throw down to smoke, try to create some confusion. Meanwhile, they're going for the boost, but this has been spotted, so Automatic goes down for free. And Uber will find Twists. I think he might have pushed through the smoke himself, but now Finesse over at Rock and taking one off of the site. He grabs a double, and it's TSM with the man advantage on the round. Nifty and Mainline gonna be on retake here in just a couple seconds as the bomb, yep, sick, punching in the code.
Quite a difficult retake. Semphis has the ultimate spot for an op and an after plant, holding the big flank. Nifty's going to take the fight with him. Mainline's going to come out of drop. Not an uncommon strategy, but Semphis is kind of taking his attention away from Long when that's kind of his main job.
He is actually exposed from there, and yeah, Nifty hits the shot as Semphis is shifting position. So now with 2-on-2, Finesse, the chicken coop's going to go down. Nifty hitting 2 massive shots, and Semphis maybe not expecting that. I think the counter boost, we saw that play come out from Selfless, was a really good idea.
That was just, yeah, I mean, but that's common, right? Like that he should just, he only has one job, and that's just to watch Long B, and then his teammates can worry about people coming out of drop and door, and then he can turn his attention away from it afterwards. But to expose yourself to Long when you want to just try to take a fight early, I mean, thinking about drop is one thing, but if you can't not be exposed to another angle that you need to be safe from, then you should probably not do that. Like, bottom line is they would have won if he was watching Long B.
And now Selfless, they've got to be happy. They've got money to invest on this round. Mitch still going to be on that Mag 7, but we did actually see him have some success with it towards the end of regulation. So he'd be the man to go on the platform. Uber watching and being flashed up. That flash not very effective. Are they going to send any more? They've baited out the shot, so they've got information. Uber's playing close. Relic's further away, and Semphis to miss that shot. Nade's about to go up, and Semphis is dead. Really well done there by Relics. And they're going to go ahead and smoke it as well. Mitch is in a position, again, he can't really peek out and fight them just because of the weapon that he has, but if they walk up close and it goes unchecked, he'll inflict a world of pain. Solomid will back off.
Changing their focus on to A now, where there are 2 players waiting for them. Time ticking down, 45 seconds remain. Nifty gets a second frag, or, ooh, there it is. I called that one.
Yeah, okay, he knows. So Nifty finds 2 automatics, worked himself up to the tree. This is a 2 versus 5. We have actually seen a few of these converted here at this tournament. With only 30 seconds to go, it's going to be tough. Molotov to the back of the van. 1 player's dropped off the balcony. Nifty hitting a shot. That's going to be his 3rd. And Sick, he's going to work his way out. He brings down Nifty finally through the fence, nearly connecting. And oh, he has got away. He's going to go back out for another fight, but looking the wrong way. And it's actually Selfless. They lose the first round in OT, but do come away with 2 in a row.
Yeah, even though they probably shouldn't have won that second one.
Yeah, that was
won the third one convincingly and with good op frags, and that's something they couldn't do all CT side, and suddenly have won more rounds on their, well, not more rounds, but more rifle rounds, I guess.
Was gonna say,
They've won one rifle round.
I think the same amount of rifle rounds, maybe. No,
it
just
was a full
one
eco.
rifle round, yeah,
exactly. Just one. They only won one rifle round in the.
That's a stat right there.
Second half, yeah, for real.
One rifle round and a full eco. Here's Nifty. This is again that second kill. The Prophet Mohan in the building. And he did go on to get a third. And hey, that's us. I mean, all right. Now TSM get to go on to the CT side, and of course it was a very T-sided affair in regulation, each getting 10 rounds on the T side. So do we expect Selfless to just be able to clean it up here? They'll need 2 more rounds to get it done.
I mean, they should win. They should win straight up just based on what we've seen. Not that that ever means anything.
That's true. It has been a rough one here for the predictions, which is probably why the desk is doing so poorly. But it's TSM's map pick, and we saw them on the B site was the problem. Just that basic smoke that blocked off, defenders in drop room to watch the run up on rectangle. That got them on like 3 or 4 rounds. Relix was able to just work around and kill everyone in the back of the site. So hopefully TSM have not forgot about that and can adjust for their sake.
Oh my God, Sick has an auto sniper. That's a strat.
We'll be taking it back to KFC and B. We once again have Twists playing inside of the drop room, Finesse as well on the other side. So if that smoke comes down, they'll be faced with the decision to make. Automatic has kind of slid his way over onto the B side as well, so really fortifying the defenses there. And for Selfless, we've got Mitch and mainline out in middle, still making some noise, keeping Semphis with that op locked on A, but even he's starting to rotate now, or at least fall back into A side. Relic setting up with that pop flash. There it goes. Blinds, I think, nobody. Fire to come out. Sick not going to give up the angle just yet, but Finesse taking a little bit of damage from that. Another flash. Nope, these are smokes coming over now. And that's going to be the one that goes right to that drop room. So the same take that we've been seeing from Selfless. And they're going to start flying out. Sick is completely smoked off, but there's Finesse under the wall and Automatic helping out. Yep, they each grab a few, and Sick gets a double. I think he peers out of the smoke with that Scar 20, and we've tied it up here, 17 all.
That's when you write LO3 in chat, question mark?
Not live, not live.
Jeez, they just got melted off of the B hit that worked so well for them. And we had FNS play that broken wall, which is something that we saw him have success with in the past. And one of the reasons that I think the B hit was working so well for Selfless is like this one player kept getting isolated and dying, and then them having too much free reign over the back of the site. Those kind of exploits were solved, I think, in that round, and one of the main adjustments they made was the auto sniper. It's hard to say how much damage that did or how much impact that had on the frags, but it seemed to be a big reason why they were able to win.
And we can see Selfless. We're going somewhat quick to long A. Pot flashes through, smoke going down. That's actually one of theirs. I don't know if that was missed
strange
or
how
intended.
it bounced that way.
Yeah. You think that might have wanted to go one further to isolate the far player at long A, and they can clear out drop from 2 directions?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, danger from 2 directions?
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
And also check this boost spot that I like to call Rook. And they will jump across. Relic's taking that first contact, not getting the kill, and, well, barely staying alive on 16 HP, and the nades to be thrown out.
That's a good distraction for FNS, that Molotov. Ooh, Semphis.
That is as well. Semphis hitting not 1, but 2 shots, and there's the distraction. Finesse nearly squanders the opportunity, but now coming away with a kill. Uber's going to work his way in. Mainline just, is this not calm? He has no idea that's going on. Just walks out like a lamb to the slaughter.
That was absolutely raging instead of calming, or just someone not hearing at all, but...
Well, now let's see if Uber can dig them out of this one. 1 versus 3, half HP, 20 seconds, and they're Sick once again getting involved with that auto sniper. That's 3 kills on the Scar 20.
That's 2 in a row for Solomid, and Selfless now have that buy. That's not so great. Opportunity for for Solomid to just actually win right here. They got the 1 round in the first half, 3 in this one. That's 4. That's what they need to win an OT. And Selfless, who should be pretty good on T side, not looking so hot. Now, Force-wise have caused multiple turning points in both halves of the regulation. And hopefully that's just kind of bleeding that has stopped, because it's just unforgivable how often it happens.
Now moving on to the infamous OT0, round 6 of 6.
Yeah.
That bug still
Not changed.
That bug still persists. Love it. As Twist here playing a drop, Molotov's going off, trying to slow down the terrorists, which have actually just dropped and gone the other way. They push out the smoke through the window right into Automatic, coming away with 2. And now Nifty with his Tech 9. Well, they're going to be put into the blender. That didn't quite work out. And here's Sick again with that Scar 20. 4 frags on that here in OT. It's all up to Relics with just a Tech 9, a bomb, and his wits, and it's Finesse that'll put him down.
Oh my god.
And some loud noises there coming from the TSM dugout.
Did that just happen?
As they will win the map.
Did that just happen?
19-17.
10 match points? Was it?
Don't make me do math. I think it was.
No.
It was 14-8, I think was the worst.
Oh yeah, and 1
yeah.
eco, but wow, just so, oh my gosh.
Yes.
From 14-5.
Or 14-9. 9, yes. 14-9 was the worst case. And then it was, well, 15-9 when they got to match point. So
yeah,
6.
15-9 or 14-5.
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying.
Pretty
Stop saying
ridiculous.
numbers at me, Launders. I'm very confused, but we see some handshaking going across, some sportsmanship, and maybe a few sad faces. That will send Selfless home. But I think maybe it's not bad news for Relics. He might be able to shave that mustache off now.
That is
That's good news.
That's looking up.
You got to look positive.
That's how you know Joey's a positive person.
Like,
You can spot
really
that
not.
spot of sunshine.
I don't have to worry about it because, you know, we got the full beards going on.
Ooh,
this is a bit better than mine, but what am I going to do? He's got the genetics. The advantage
Shout
on the facial hair.
Shout out to Steel.
Great YouTube videos. But what a ridiculous series. I mean, we have, first of all, Train gets picked up by Selfless, and then they lose their map pick. TSM wins that. And then it's looking like Selfless are going to then do the same thing, which has been the theme, which is not a good theme.
Yeah.
Every team just winning each other's map picks. Maybe it's a case of these teams know each other so well. They play each other online quite a bit, and maybe even in some smaller lands. But I guess we'll get it from the source itself. We've got Sprawl down on the floor for an interview with Semphis.
On as we are here with Semphis. I do apologize. Semphis, obviously feeling good after that. Talk us through a little bit, going through the first map. Again, Train, how did you guys feel coming into that?
Yeah, Train wasn't our most preferred map, but we always feel like really confident on CT. Our CT side, as long as we don't go down like 0-5 or something, and we can break their money, we're usually able to get, 9 to 11 rounds. So we're pretty confident on that side. T side, in my opinion, we probably should have closed it earlier. We blew a couple 2v3s, 2v2s, etc. Got ecoed. So the score line in my eyes wasn't as close, but yeah, we grinded out. Our T side is kind of hit or miss on that map just because we've had problems on certain parts of the map. Not that I want to say them, but yeah, we've been having people getting picked too often and people making too many reckless decisions. So we minimized those at the start, and then we kind of like once we had that lead, I think the mistakes started happening again.
Yeah, fair enough. So, and then moving into Cobblestone. So talk to me a little bit about what kind of adjustment was made in the second half, if any, to bring it to what we just witnessed.
Yeah, I mean, on CT, to be honest, they had a really good B split, and we play passive at B, and we didn't have good communication. It was the main reason we lost the site. Like, their strat was good, but we had no good, the drop in the lane and me being statue player, our comms are like, they're flashing, and if I'm opping, I have to look into the wall. And then by the time I'm unblind, I'm already dead from lane. And I was just getting wrapped. And I mean, I know other people are getting flashed and blinded, but yeah, our communication was off, and it just let people get shot in the back. And we literally just got shot in the back, and we started tilting a bit, because no one likes dying without a chance. It's different when you miss and like, okay, I missed the shot, it's my fault. But when, yeah, I mean, that was the main thing for CT. On T, we were like, 15 to something, and we we had a pretty major comeback. I mean, that was just like pretty much we just had to play like a flawless half at that point, you know, one round at a time. No one was really emo or anything, you know, which was good because I think if we tilted on T, we would have 100% lost. So yeah, that was just more about like Cobble's a really good map that you can screw with rotations, right? Like if you want to hit A, you can fake B, hit A, kind of just dry walk out A. You can do a lot of different things, and everyone is kind of scared of B because if you don't have a lot of numbers B, it's very hard to hold. So it's easy to draw rotates towards B and hit A, and it's easy to do the same thing towards A, you know, and just kind of abuse that fact. So that was basically what we did. And then on the OT rounds, we kind of just adapted, and I was like, man, they just keep running this BXQ, and I know they're going to keep doing it because it works so well first half. So we got sick and auto in the hut, and nothing beats an auto except for an op. But the way their strat works is they threw so many smokes that their opper didn't really have a fair battle on the auto, and in my opinion, an op beats an auto. But what they should have done is just dry peeked him with an op and just opt him because that would have countered the auto. And then I feel like after they saw the auto, I was like, okay, they saw auto B, we'll just play 3A, and then they came A, and we won that round, and then I think they mentally were probably out of it at that point, and we just won the last round pretty easily.
Fair enough. Well, I'll let you get back with your team. Of course, more matches to be played as we are going to throw to the desk here. Take it away, Puckett.
All right, thank you, Sprawl. This is the third time that we walked out here, and it is the final time. It looks like TSM moving on. We thought we might see a game 3 there for a while, but where do you guys want to begin? Because you have 5 note cards. Garrett and James, I know you left your other half in the green room.
Yes. Well, okay, well, let's just start off with, because we've been talking about Selfless for a while here, I just want to say on their T side of Cobble, they did a lot of things that were like fantastic, and they kept it simple like we wanted them to do. Like Nifty got a lot of kills into B with his op to get him ahead. Uber, love the guy. He seems like he took some advice and didn't buy the P90 and actually went to the MP7 finally, and he top fight for them, I believe, in the match. I could be wrong on that one. They did simple strats. They had great decisions where they just did a pop flash into B, and then they just manned up on it. They didn't do anything special. They just stayed together and they rushed, and they were aggressive like they normally have always been. And this is like the team that I was used to seeing on T side. And then City side, they just couldn't. It just shows that the fact that they didn't know how to play Cobble, because the City side, they couldn't hold it, but TSM, their T side, played fantastic. So that's the bad things I want to say about, the good things I want to say about Selfless. They did an admirable job in trying to like wing it, but they lost this in the veto process.
Yeah.
And that's where I was really critical of them, and I still am going. I'm going to stick with what I said. They lost it there.
Even though you called the 2-1 after seeing the veto process.
Yes, I called the 2-1 thinking that they lied to me. They're not good on train. Yeah. So I took their advice, and I thought if we got the overpass, we'd have a chance. But
right.
They picked train, which in the last 2 months, they're 2 months with a handful of matches, they're 2-6 on. They have not a winning record on it. They had a chance to pick overpass, which is one of their favorite maps. And it's one of TSM's So they didn't take that opportunity, and they picked train when they already lost 16-1 on LAN on it against Optic. What are you thinking? And then again, banning Nuke and then allowing the team you know is going to pick Cobble, and you're not good on Cobble, you allow them to pick it. So you pick a map you suck at, and then you allow the other team to pick another map you're terrible at.
The fear of Nuke was just too strong.
They lost in the vetoes, and this whole tournament their vetoes have been terrible.
Bad vetoes from top down. GB James, I know you were pretty impressed with Selfless. 14-5, things looked good, and then all of a sudden TSM starts showing some life. What happened around round 20?
Well, I actually see the game completely different from Garrett, actually. So
all right, before we get to the replays, go ahead.
Yeah,
dig in, my friend.
TSM, I thought was the better team in the game, and they played down to Selfless. So I think, as a note to Semphis and TSM, please stop force buying early in the game repeatedly, and you will just outclass this team and never even get to an overtime.
Didn't you give them credit last map, though, for force buying?
Actually,
they doubled down on it.
Actually, I didn't. So you need to swing the economy in your favor. That's a short thing. It doesn't normally lead to long-term success. It's a gamble. It's a low percentage gamble. when you're way better than the team, a lot of the times you don't need to do that. So it can go either way. I disagree with it. And it's just something that Selfless is known for, and it comes from a good place. It comes from him being incredibly confident.
Yeah.
And
that's what you liked about it.
Yeah, I like it though. I just relax.
You said cocky and arrogant. It's like, but confident.
It's good. It's good. I mean, they should have won this a lot sooner.
They should have, yes.
Well, they did get the win, and here were some of the key moments. We're going to start here with round 20. Garrett, walk us through this first replay.
So this was the round that started turning it around. They were down a man to try and attack A with low HP and just Tech 9 Deagle and with an AK, and they somehow are able to swing this around even though they're very spread out. They just took a bunch of individual battles and won them all, and then from this round, they were able to gain momentum and just steamroll through when Selfless, even if they lost this round, they should have been able to gather 2 more rounds. If you were good on Cobble and you had experience on Cobble and actually probably practiced it a little bit, you should have been able to swing 2 more rounds.
You just save up, and then you finish those last 2.
Every gun round they had, they just lost because they just weren't prepared for it, and it just shows because if you have 14-5 advantage, you close out that match.
We saw a lot of miscommunication coming through.
Yikes.
And I felt like Selfless was just kind of beating themselves at a point. Let's take a look at some of the other highlights. This is from round 5 into overtime. You're tied 17-17. This is kind of the turning point, and it all was just Selfless making bad mistakes and Selfless hitting some nice shots.
Where is he? He's boosted? Wait, he's boosted? Where? I don't know. Okay, I'll get him. Here I come. No, I got him.
Like, Uber knows where he is or has to know where he is.
He's just like, where is he?
And then the communication is off.
Maybe you should call that.
That's when you know you're tilting hard.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know the guy's there with an AK, not an M4, not a silenced M4, like an AK? It's like boom, 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 boom. How do you not know that? Like, they were scared of the op, but at the same time, just the comms were completely off, and they just tilted hard.
TSM causing some chaos. Here's some of the highlights throughout the game, though. This one, our first overtime of the weekend, and it kind of got started with Selfless doing some work. You saw Mainline and the boys up 14-5, but then TSM brings it right back, ties it up at 15. And then in OT, you saw how they got it done, 19-17, your final score. Guys, as we take a look at some of these highlights, was there a star player from TSM? Is there a guy that either Optic or Tempo Storm needs to be looking out for tomorrow in that losers final?
I think this was a team grit win. Automatic was the top fragger in the match.
A guy who we said was kind of quiet on day 2.
Yeah, when that happens, when your quiet guy comes up, it's usually a team win. So
I'm very happy with, although you're just critical of him about the force buys, I was happy with Selfless, not because he did a great job on like the CT side of things, but on their T side, the way their team was moving around the map and taking map control, I thought he did an excellent job of calling and basically leading the offense and is basically able to claw back from that deficit. It shines on the in-game leader, and he did a fantastic job on that. And then I was critical of their CT side hold at B because they couldn't hold it. They were passive. He mentioned in the interview they were passive, and then Selfless was running around like the stairs and just killing them in the back without them even knowing it. There was terrible communication. And then in overtime, they were able to switch it around when I wanted to play a little bit closer on Broken Wall. They won 2 rounds in overtime where they had a man or 2 men close on Broken Wall, and they didn't let him out, and they caught him in the choke point. If you catch him in the choke point, you have a much better chance of success than letting them open into an open field and surround you. So the adjustments he made in-game and the ability to lead his team from down 14-5 to come back was excellent on him. So he's my MVP of this game.
Again, props to the youngsters. Sick has been playing some fantastic CS all weekend. Twist was kind of the man of the day yesterday that we kept harping on. 16 years old, 17 years old, playing quite experienced. TSM is now into your top 3. But when we return on the other side of this commercial break, we're going to the big boys. Tempo Storm and Optic Gaming are facing off for the first spot at the major qualifier.